Number 9. C. Seitz says, or Seitz, Seitz, however you pronounce that name. If a husband's rule over his wife was a curse of the fall, why is it taught as God-ordained in the New Testament? Are husbands and wives called to submit to each other under the new covenant? Okay, this is a complicated question because one is, of course, about the entire teaching of the New Testament. I do believe that husbands and wives and their same, equal in value, different in role, seems thoroughly taught, irrefutably taught in the New Testament. I think that seems to be the case in marriage in particular, right? I think that is the case. The husband's rule over his wife, I think rule is a weird word to use in modern English because we never use that word for anything except like domineering, almost abusive thing. We just don't use the word, right? The word doesn't have the meaning of the simple meaning it used to have. So I would say, yeah, I do have a teaching on husbands and wives. I have a teaching on like, maybe mods, what you could put in there in the comment section. For husbands, I have a teaching there. For wives, I have a teaching there about how these things play out, at least in my understanding of Scripture, as I was teaching through 1 Peter at the time. And why is it okay? Was it a result of the curse of the fall? I'm going to get into this more when I do my study on women in ministry. I do not think it was just a result of a curse from the fall. I don't think so. I don't think that the different roles are just post-fall. But your next question is, why is it taught as God-ordained in the New Testament? Okay, exactly. I agree. Aren't husbands and wives called to submit to each other under the new covenant? Ephesians 5 does talk about husbands and wives, before it talks about husbands and wives. Ephesians 5:22, I think it is. It says submitting to one another in love. And some take that to mean that this is the theme. All of us submit to each other in love, which effectively means either no one really submits or we submit in like this sort of trading fashion or something else. And then when it says husbands love your wives and wives submit to your husbands, it really means husbands and wives submit to each other. I think that this is a painful and forced reading of Scripture, and I'm shocked that people put it forward, to be honest. So yeah, you guys will hear more when I do this study on women in ministry. I'm not teaching on marriage, but those passages come up, and I'll be addressing those as well.